Hi, I'm continuing the brief video discussion about the workbook MyMosaic. We've got to chapter 3, My Priorities, and my proofreaders. I had 4 or so proofreaders from MyMosaic, and what they said is that when they got to chapter 3 in particular, you know, Rick, I really learned a lot about you. I feel like I know you better. And I'm sorry, that's not really the point of chapter 3. Not that I wanted you, although thank you, I'm glad you are getting to know me better. What I really wanted to do is I wanted to share with you some of the highlights that you can have. Certainly their highlights are priority pieces for me, and they can be priority pieces for you too. I just didn't want anything to fall through the cracks. As you're looking at the most important parts of your life, I wanted to give you a heads up about, these are some of the other important parts. Now, I'm not sure if really this matters to you, but I know that putting self as number 2, that's a really big deal for some people. And I know that I do have some pushback for that we prioritize Jesus, of course. All the believers would say, duh, of course we prioritize Jesus. But then I put myself at number 2. The Bible says that we are to love the Lord our God with all our strength, everything. We've got to love the Lord our God. We can't do that if we're at number 3 or we're at number 4 or we're not at number 5. The very first action that I need to take is not to love my wife. The very first action that I need to take is not to love my children. The very first action that I need to take, because I just got me. There's Jesus, there's me, and then there's everybody else. The very first action I need to take is I need to sacrifice self. I need to lay myself, surrender myself at the foot of the cross. I need to make sure that my spirit is right by prioritizing God. Yeah, I can say that I prioritize God, but I need an action plan to make sure that my spirit is connecting with God's. I need to make sure that my head's in the game, that I'm developing this intellect right here to make sure that I'm prioritizing God and make sure that I'm honoring Him and make sure that I'm honoring you as the church and the board and everybody else that I've got to interact with. And then my physical being as well. And I know that I need to work on that. I need to work on that. But I do jog and I do work out and I exercise maybe 4 times a week now. I do cardio twice and I do resistance twice. And I know it doesn't look like it. I got it. But still, I need to make sure that physically speaking, I'm ready for the day. I need to make sure that I'm... So that's why I've put number 2 there. I don't have anything to sacrifice if I put myself at number 4, 5, 6, 7. I need to sacrifice myself first. I need to prioritize that piece of it before I can begin to minister to people and to love people like I need to love them. I need to make sure that really with self, it's getting me out of the way so that I then can give the love that God has given me to give to other people. So please go ahead and just think through that to make sure that you're not missing any of your priority pieces, and just allow it to speak to you about what your priority pieces might be also. And maybe you will share some of mine, and maybe you won't.
Coming back to hillside, yeah. Sweet home, beauty, come safe, yeah. I'll be coming back.